guys, this is Mandeep Burmi. We are in Edmonton, Alberta. So in this video we're going to be driving around in this area here in Edmonton, Alberta, and we will look at some left turns, right turns, how to drive in a parking lot, and then cover some of the driving rules as well. Alright, so let's get going. So we're gonna shift into reverse, and before you start moving, you always want to look around yourself. Make sure you don't see any pedestrian behind your car or any other traffic, and make sure your seat belt is on, your side mirrors, your rear view mirror, everything should be good. Alright, so we have the car in reverse now, and I want to go this way, so I'm going to check on both sides, and I can signal as well. Keep checking. It's very important. A lot of time people fail their driving test because when they back up, they don't check properly. Okay, they only use mirrors, and mirrors, guys, they're not gonna show you your blind spots, so you physically have to look over your shoulder. And parking lots are just like a two-way street. So we see a pedestrian here, so we are just going a little bit slow, and now we are turning right, so I got my right blinker on. If you're making any directional change in the parking lot, you do have to signal. Okay, in real life, I understand a lot of people, they don't signal, they just go. But when you're going for your driving test, your examiner wants to see everything perfect. Alright, so we are going to signal left because we are going to exit this parking lot. Checking traffic on both sides, and I'm still staying on the right hand side. Okay, and now we have a stop sign here, so we're gonna do a full stop first, like this. Now we are going to exit, so we are turning right. I got my right blinker on, and I'm staying closer to the right curb. And now we're going to do another stop here, because anytime before you enter on a road, you have to do a full stop. So full stop, check on both sides, looks clear, no traffic, no pedestrian. Now we look for a speed limit sign. So here we see a speed limit sign, maximum 50 kilometers, and we also have our traffic lights coming up. So from this traffic light, I want to go straight. Now in your driving test, if you go over the speed limit, doesn't matter if you're taking basic driving test in Alberta, or if you're going for your advanced test in Alberta, excuse me, you do have to follow the speed limit all the time. Okay, so if you go over the speed limit, that's going to be automatic fail. And if you're driving too slow without any reason, all right, like right now, you know, it's Sunday morning, traffic is very light, and it's a sunny day, and the road condition is good. So that means you can follow, you know, you can drive at like 45, 47, 48. Okay, there's no point driving at like 30 kilometers in this situation. Okay, so if you're driving too slow without any reason, that's gonna cause interference with other traffic, and that's also automatic fail. So let's switch lanes here. So signal, shoulder check. And your examiner, like, see this situation here, if that happens in your test, your examiner want you to, you know, he want to see that that you are actually changing lane by yourself, right? Like, you don't want to just keep driving behind the bus. So speed limit here is still 50 kilometer. We see a crosswalk here, so checking on both sides, no pedestrian there. Now we see ambulance over there, and the lights are flashing, but we are good because they are actually parked on the right hand side. But you still want to be cautious. You can slow down a little bit, like cover your brake, take your foot off from the gas pedal, cover your brake, you know, always be careful. Keep checking. On this street we got a lot of crosswalks. There's another crosswalk coming up, so we're gonna check again, and make it obvious to your examiner. All right, you want to tell your examiner that you're checking, you know the rules of the road. Okay, so green light, so we are good to go. And the speed limit here, guys, and the speed limit here is still 50 kilometers. So every couple seconds you do have to look at your speed limit. Now we see another sign. It says when lights are flashing, maximum 30. Right now lights are not flashing, but I still have to check, because sometimes people don't push the button, they're gonna just start crossing. Okay, so you still gotta check. Now we see another crosswalk coming up. Lot of crosswalk on this road, lot of crosswalks. So we see another one, maximum 30 kilometers. All right, only when the lights are flashing. Right now the lights are not flashing, so we are good to go. And if you see a pedestrian, you know, who want to cross, then you have to stop, because they got the right of way on the crosswalks. So we see another crosswalk here, right? So we can see the same rules here, right? So sign on the right hand side, 30 kilometers when the lights are flashing. So keep checking, make sure there's no no pedestrian. Now we see lights are flashing, okay, but now they are not flashing anymore. So that means we can still keep 50 kilometers. And I'm looking at my speedometer, checking for pedestrians. There was a guy over there, but looks like he did not want to cross. And now we're gonna be turning left at traffic lights. So I'm going to signal left, and I can do shoulder check here. Just follow, you know, stay closer to the yellow line. And when you stop behind a car, you want to be able to see the back tires of the car, okay? So you should be able to see the back tires on the ground. Back tires are like about half car length distance, and if you are driving in winter time, then you want to have a little bit more distance. So let's see. So we got two cars in front of us. They both are going left, and the first guy actually is not going in the intersection. He should be establishing, but he's not doing that. He's moving a little bit. He's moving very slow. He already has his license, so you know, people forget rules. Alright, so this guy's gone, and green light, no oncoming traffic. You're good to go as well, no pedestrian. I'm looking for a yellow line. I'm staying closer to the yellow line. If you're too far from the yellow line, if your turn is too wide, that's also a deduction in the test. Now we see another crosswalk coming up, so we're gonna be checking for pedestrians on both sides. Okay, no pedestrian here. And now we see another traffic light. So this time, guys, let's go right. So we're gonna change lanes. So I'm going to signal right, mirror check, shoulder check, moving over to the right side. We got a green arrow for the right turn. That means I don't need to stop here, okay? All right, so ready, go. So we're gonna be turning right again on this side street here. So I'm going to signal right, and now we are good to go. So in residential area, if you don't see any speed limit sign, that means it's 50 kilometers maximum. Okay, so now we see a stop sign coming up, so I'm just slowing down. Full stop here, and checking on both sides. Make sure there's no cross traffic, because the cross traffic does not have a stop sign. So we're just gonna pull over here, and I can signal right to indicate that I'm going to park on the right hand side. Alright, so thank you very much. That's it for this video, and I will see you guys again in the next video.